So speaking of infections, like um, in India right now, because of the spike in cases, do you think it's because of the PCR test being used in the way it is, the way you're describing over 40 cycles, or?
No. I think there is a mutant virus going there or traveling around, which is called now the Indian variant, which seems to be much more infectious, but you don't see a mortality increase that is exponentially following the same line as the infections. The infections are really going steeply up, but the mortality rate isn't going steeply up. They lose about 2,000 people a day on a country of 1.3 billion people. But the infection rate is enormous, which is, in my opinion, good news. And what they also see, and it was published in the Hindu Times yesterday or the day before yesterday, was an article, and it also stated that the most casualties now are to be found within the rich people, not within the slums. Those people already have a huge herd immunity, but the mortality is amongst rich people, which isn't surprising because that's what I was being warning for since August 2020. I then also predicted a second wave, but the letter is still online, so you can still check. I then projected a second wave with a higher mortality rate. And it's quite normal because if you take a population and you put them under control, severe control for a year, with over hygienic measures, washing your hands, wearing face masks. All the if you go to the shop, everything's clean there. If you take a carriage, it's been cleaned. Everything is being totally sanitized from top to bottom. All day through, we are killing our immune system. If we add to that we know that anxiety, depressions, all diminish our immune system as well, suppress our immune system. This is science. It's no joke. So if you have the combination of all these over hygienic measures, psychological distress in a lot of people, then you have a deadly combination of suppressing your immune system. So it was quite logical that in the second wave, we would see much more people die. And that's also what is happening today. The more we are in a vicious circle, because the governments keeps us away from the virus, keeps strict measures through which our immune system keeps going and declining. And once we are hit with a virus, even if it's starting to become less mortal, we will get more people that become sick, at least sick. So and that's what we see now in India as well. The people that are severely sick or enter as a death in the COVID statistics are people from well-off areas,
That's very
not the
interesting.
people in the slums. And that's what happens now in Belgium as well. They say to us, the experts, "Oh, we have to keep the strict measures and the lockdowns because we see younger people of age coming into the hospital, where they used to be 85, 80 plus, they are now 65." And I already projected that we will see a decline in age. The next wave, it will be 50 and 40 years old. Because if you put people under over hygienic measures and stress for such a long period of time, then the active, healthy population will start having the same effect as the weaker people, namely descending immunity levels. And then you're prone to get the infection. And then you are prone to develop a severe form of SARS-CoV-2 or COVID-19. And then you are prone to have more collateral deaths. So we are inducing mortality.
Listen to the entire episode of the Immunity Podcast.
Link in the description below.